up once I get into a little town. Yeah, I can see again. That fog is nasty, just so limiting in your vision. And we're getting close to the time where deer start crossing the roads. They do that usually just before dawn and just after sunset. And I've seen it, so I've been far enough back to see them before they became a real problem. But yeah, this is suddenly it's nice to be able to see again. And another I've not had no coffee. And another wonderful dark morning. Wonderful. Yeah, definitely not enough coffee, but it is coffee o'clock, so I just got some coffee to go. And we're off down to repeat some work from last week because, well, their tool is broken and I can't complete the job without the tools being working. So let's go back and do some more tech work, and it's been behaving better last week. So we'll get her done and then get back into Mississauga. That drive is just, going there is not such a big deal. Coming back when I get done at 5 or 5:30, yeah, that kind of sucks. So traffic is just going to be horrible all day. I'll drive back. Well, not all drive, but most of the drive when you start getting closer to when you have to be in the city, which really is the worst part of it. But it is what it is, and we'll see. It's a foggy, misty morning this morning. This is my low beams, my high beams. The high beams aren't helping. So yeah, it's a drive, a little more casual, because obviously you can't do crazy speeds. Not that I normally do crazy speeds, but you're pretty much stuck to the speed limit when you can't see more than beyond the headlights themselves, and that's pretty limited with all the fog. So here we go, and I still got another 45 minutes of driving. That needs this a little quieter, I think. This stuff is thick as pea soup, but over there, it's glowing so orange, it's not even funny. But that's a greenhouse. But the orange light from their interior lights are just so kind of crazy that it just kind of blows up everything. Yeah. Can't even do the speed limit, man. The further towards Niagara I get, the thicker this seems to be getting. This is gonna be a little bit fun. You know, sometimes I wish it was snow, because at least that I wouldn't be blinding and not be able to see more than maybe 100 feet, 30 meters. Just because you can't go too fast, because you can't drive faster than you can see. How quick is your reaction time? Just came up to a four-way, and one guy coming the other way who was ahead of me just slowed down a little bit and rolled right on through. It's like, man, some people are just looking for accidents, I find. And the camera made that a lot blurrier than it really is, but that guy's headlights weren't that blurry, but it was still diffused a lot. Well, that's 2 visits to the store, and I have to make a third because the tool stops working. Can't help that. It's clearly on the guys who make that web form and just cannot get their stuff sorted out for whatever reason. But hopefully, things get sorted out, and well, St. Catharines is not really that bad of a drive for me. I kind of prefer it than having to go back again to Mississauga. Let's hope that's not a third time in a row, because that would just kind of really suck. But hey, they keep paying me, and I'll just keep going there until they get their tools fixed. Not much I can do about it. But such is life of being a tech and dealing with fourth party. Yeah, the number of people I have to kind of go through to get to that. But yeah, such is life in donuts, right? Oh, it is still coffee o'clock. Yeah, at least it's sunny out. I can see further, but it's like the world just disappears after one block. I can see down to that next set of lights, but not beyond. So we got lights in front of me. The next set of lights I can see. Is the camera really picking that up? Or the camera's not even barely getting those lights. But, yep. Oh, there was a good turn. Oh, I got some windows out here, let me tell you. And look what I found. The big Princess Auto. And for you US people watching, that is Canada's version of Harbor Freight. Cheap crap, but sometimes you might find some good deals there once in a while. Let's go see what we can see. So huge. A giant warehouse. Lots of heaters. They had little ones up at the front for like 24 bucks, 25 bucks. Cheap stuff. All camp wood storage. 70 bucks for this guy. If you ever needed LEDs for your vehicle, you can get them here. It's some neat things like, you know, seat hooks. This visor organizer bands. That's actually very clever. You can use any type of band to store things any type of way. I like it. At a V6 by 4-cylinder, more horsepower, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you got more LED lighting, miscellaneous stuff. I mean, this is just like the car accessory section. There's a farm section. There's oil, paint, and grease, and stress man to the rescue. Looking like an old mechanical type thing. Funny. That's even a game, compare games. Battery cells, button cells. These are like Gorilla ties, so like flexible wires. Kind of a neat idea. Small sample. I got a little dust boom. I've been wanting one of these. Just because it's convenient for cleaning up inside of here and getting into the small spaces that have a lot of crap. $4.51. Oh, and I got some coupons. If I spend 15, if I spend 75, I can save 15. So, you know, I can spend $60 basically. But who knows? Maybe I just might. But those aren't usable till January. All right, it's fine after Christmas. I'm sure there'll be some stuff. Still a little bit foggy out. Not quite as heavy as it was this morning. But still enough. Almost kind of, this type is almost kind of peaceful when you've got this kind of lighting and this amount of fog. You're driving through wine country. Give me a second here, make sure everything's good. Nobody around. That's that windshield heater thing that I bought in the other video, the product review one. I got it there, haven't needed it yet, but it may be useful. We'll see. We still haven't got the really cold weather yet. I still really want to run a separate 12-volt plug just for that, because this cord gets a little on the warm side, and I don't want to be stressing out the factory wiring just for this guy here. I have the plan, I just gotta buy the parts. I was looking at Princess Auto, they may have something there, so I'll be coming back for sure, because that's a nice big one. The one by in my city is really small. This is a really cool drive. It's sunny weather, it looks a little nicer, but this particular part of Jordan Station, that little windy road with the fall leaves, looks nicer in this sunny weather. But still, not too bad. I'm going to find a spot to park. There's a park on my right that we're just passing here, and that was something I had considered, but it looks like they're doing some major work, reconstruction or something or other. So, not stopping there, not as nice. There's a little river, but not when they're doing construction. You know, it's blah. You need one of those real driver cars. You can just scooting around these roads. I mean, the element is nice. There's nothing wrong with that for cruising around. driving experience, not the power supercar experience, but just the driving experience. Any one of those sporty type cars, even a little Miata would do fine here and enjoy the driving. And that's kind of the point of the things like the Miata and what have you. Just there for the driving experience, not so much the performance or you know horsepower or anything like that. It's just you and the vehicle and not much else. Manuals get to that point, so it really makes you connected to the vehicle so that you actually know what's going on.
At the next lights, turn left.
Forgot to turn that off, sorry. Hopefully I didn't wreck the volume too much. But with a manual, you get a feel for the car, you get an idea of what it's doing. And I get it, not everybody needs that. And newer cars have so much technology that makes a lot of stuff irrelevant. This is interesting. They got some construction on the road, and looks like this guy came down when he shouldn't have. Just because he wanted to turn left. Yield to oncoming traffic. Oh, alright. Alright, we
at the lights, turn
left. Now that I'm back above the escarpment area, the fog's a little denser, a little mistier, so windows are getting wetter. But still, not as bad as this morning, I tell you. That was something. I'm glad we didn't run into any deer, literally and figuratively. This is called Fly Road. It'd be neat if I could find a spot. It's not a dead end and you're just surrounded by this. The quest continues. Not ideal for what I was hoping for, but close enough. Looks creepy enough. Little small side road. Gonna have to take a little break in, eat some food, and more coffee time. What's interesting, because I'm kind of out in rural area, I've only got 3G connection. And the company I do this contract work with, they use Slack. Slack won't even load over 3G. Which, sure, 3G's been a while back, but when a tool, it's simply just a chat tool, won't even load. I mean, that's incredible. Like, how much information do you really need to exchange just to be able to send text and even tap on little emojis, set back and forth? Something's a little less than optimized there. I mean, going faster is fine, but at some point, the going faster doesn't really help because the tool needs that speed to go faster. So you get the same amount of information at the same speed. It does not compute. You know, computers are faster, but I could have booted up my old 286, Tandy 2500 XL faster than any current machine, and I actually got more done out of it. I didn't watch YouTube videos, obviously, or anything like that, but I was able to make more functionality out of the device. And there's so much excess crap and bloatware on today's devices that they need to be fast to run all this extra stuff. You can get into security, maybe some extra functionality, but it seems you need to go faster to be able to do something, but ultimately people still doing the same thing. Sending messages back and forth, making jokes at everybody. Now you got video to do that. No, that's fine. Something seems disconnected, like we're not using the technology how it really could be used for. But maybe this is the way society is. Not everybody can use the tool like it should or like it could be used for. That'd be a better way. I continue eating some food. We get sun, so we're in the thinnest part of the mist, but the thickest at the same time, which is weird. So I'm guessing this is lower part because I can see less, but it's brighter because of the sun. This is a very weird. And now it's kind of going away, so mist is getting a little thicker. Weather is always strange. Got a little thicker the closer I get to Hamilton. I'm just coming into the city limits, and it's pretty thick, but still kind of bright. The sun's up right overhead and just getting into here. So this is one of those weird conditions where I believe you should have your headlights on. There are a lot of people who don't, like, especially the vehicles in front of me. You don't see any brake lights. People just think their daytime running lights are enough, but I digress. It's still pretty foggy, but I've got my headlights on and I've got my shades on because I need to filter out some of the diffuse light that's coming in, and it's a little harsh on my eyes. So, yep, it's some wacky weather. I thought it couldn't get any crazier. Visibility's down to like 200 meters, which is, you know, geez, what's the conversion? Times 3, so 600 feet? Not a lot. I didn't see these stoplights, even though I know they're there, until I was really close to them. This is some heavy, heavy fog. And of course, it's all going to be influenced by the rest of the world weather. That bomb cyclone that's hitting out on the west coast, apparently. So, yeah. Interesting weather. Ooh, it's like, well, as I say, pea soup. Man, this is thick stuff. The cameras on these phones are really good, so they can filter out a lot of stuff, but this is some thick stuff. Yeah, it's not as bright anymore. I can get rid of the sunglasses, so I don't need to filter out so much, but the camera makes it look a lot cleaner than what it really is. That's kind of crazy, but it's heavy stuff. So I kind of screwed up a little today. Thought I was going to Mississauga. Oh no, I was going to Fort Erie. So I came home, so it's on the way to Mississauga, right? Then I'm double checking, okay, so how long is it going to take me to get to my next spot? I was like, wait, Fort Erie? I mean, not going to be late. Just extra driving that I didn't have to do, but, here we are. Well, and the weather's still not any better, still foggy as hell, and I don't expect it to be any better down that way either, so still a casual drive, and still get there even early.
Stay in the right lane.
We'll see if we can find something to maybe just kind of hang out at. I don't know, a little harder in this weather, hard to see anything. I didn't really plan or look at the map, but yeah, if I find something, I'll stop. If not, I won't. It went from that bright fog to dark fog. So, for some reason, Hamilton was a bright area. Man, I can't even see the top of some of the towers, the power lines. That's how low the fog is now, and it's just thicker down this way. And it's kind of misty out, so you put the wiper blades on, once every 5 minutes. You don't have a delay that's that long on any vehicle, but it's just that annoying enough. Well, definitely a weird weather day with the fog like this. It's not normal for us, especially for as long as it has. Usually, if you get a lot of fog, it's in the morning, and then by noontime, it's all burned off, gone away, and moved. Nope, not today. Well, I wish it was a little more rain, although we're supposed to get that later this week. Although they're also calling for snow, so who knows? But a little more rain will wash the vehicle off. It needs a bath. My buddy who does detailing, he said he can do it on the weekend, assuming it's not raining too hard. So we'll see how that goes by the weekend, because that'd be nice to get a good bath done on this thing. Wash off some of that soft-roading mud we keep finding. And finally, the clouds are all breaking. You can start to see some hope of sunlight, some sunshine. Yay! Might not be such a bad day after all, but I am farther away from where I was, so much further away from Lake Ontario and the escarpment and all that fog. But it is closer to 1 o'clock, so lunchtime, stuff breaking up, might still be on the same track here. Oh, sudden stop. Hey, some actual sunlight. Would have started this about 30 seconds early, but we had that emergency system test, so anyways, so sunlight, yay! Nice bridge. Zoom in a little. There's buffalo. Here we have some boat traffic out there. That one kind of looks like an ark. I'm gonna zoom in. That's the max I can get. But the water is really clear. No surprise for Lake Erie. But this is where Lake Erie goes into the locks. Goes down that way and eventually hits into Lake Ontario. So one of the Great Lakes, I believe, if I remember correctly, Erie is one of the deepest ones. It has a really, really deep section out there that's just uncanny. Oh, we have some visitors. It was funny years ago when I did a exchange with Air Cadets with the guys out in Nova Scotia, and they asked, "Do you guys have seagulls?" I thought, yeah, but I'm guessing they think seagulls are only at the sea. Not true. This water's pretty calm today. And it's so clear too. I think I picked a good spot to hang out, eh? I picked up some duct tape, so I think I'll work on my reflectors. Just enjoying the moment. This shit is still dirty. Let's try and get a bit of extra work done. This guy right here chased off the other guy because, you know, I might have snacks, so this is his area. I'm coming to my town. That's kind of funny. Now the downside of having this thing in what I'll call cargo mode or near camp mode is that I can't get into the windows, so I'll have to put a seat down. And I realized I just attached the camera mount to the seat that I'm likely going to be putting down. On the plus side, I got some Reese's peanut butter cups for $1. It was $2 and I had the $1 off. So I was like, you know what the heck? For $1, I'll take the extra bit of sugar you're not really supposed to be eating, right? Alright, this is the guy that needs to be finished off. That section, basically, yep. I think the sun's reflecting off of that. Yep, it works. This is real duct tape. First, peanut and chocolate. Priorities, man, priorities. These are small, man.
See? Hello, puppies. Is he okay to pet? Now you want to fight, you missed it. Not gonna happen, eh? Alright, I tried. Okay, I tried. A for effort. I got no snacks for you. You barked and I left. What's up?
thesaurus. What to do? I want to cut out, not the bottom. Need to put that down. Alright. Oh, recorded all that. I don't know if you saw, but I tried to pet the doggo. The doggo didn't want to be petted. It was his time to wander around. Oh well. Give it a try, and he just didn't want it. No, he's lying over there, occasionally looking at me. Yeah, I used to got 3 of these in the package. Used to get in the bigger ones, and there's only 2 in there. That's, you know, bigger. Well, let's probably just pack up now and head over. The sooner I start, the sooner I can get done. Got something done. Not all that I wanted, but something. This is definitely one of those times where I really don't want to go and do the tech work because the weather's so nice. You're not going to get too many more days like this. But that's where we are. With rain and snow call for it, it's hard to want to give this up. But gotta pay the bills. Figured that was a neat little shot of the clouds there to share with everybody.